Armor Wars is paused. Its future unclear.
Rewrites and backlash. Why do they persevere?
A scroll twist for Rhodes and Ironheart's a joke.
It makes you wonder why Marvel hasn't gone broke.
Before we get into today's video, please make sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons because YouTube seems to hate our channel.
So offer up your subscriptions to break the algorithm curse.
And now, on to the video. As you can see, I made a very accurate, not at all untrue poster that literally shows that what would actually happen in anything, it's armor theft.
Because she's a thief. Riri Williams is a thief.
So I want to make this very clear. Okay? Riri Williams is a character. I've made it clear before, and I'm going to make it again.
Do it.
I despise this character. It is the most horrible character, in my opinion, that Marvel has ever put out there because literally her origin story is demanding as a young girl that her teacher oppress her so that she can work to surpass it. And when the teacher refuses to be racist to her, she's literally, there's like 3 panels of her as a young girl, not even in her teens, staring at her teacher.
She was like 10, maybe 8 years old in that panel.
And the teacher goes, fine, you won't be Tony Stark. And then she goes, oh, I'm going to be Tony Stark. That's literally it. I kid you not, that is her origin story.
And she makes the suit from stolen car parts, also stole the schematics from Tony in order to make her suit, and when Tony finds out, he calls her a derogatory term.
So I want to make this very clear. So people are saying, oh, everybody loves Ironheart. Tony loves her. No, he doesn't. First off, in the comics, Riri Williams goes to MIT, and she steals from MIT to make her suit. In the movie, they decided to do a bit differently. But in the show, they are literally going to do the same thing. They are going to make it that she gets kicked out of MIT because she was not going to classes and just making her suit.
And also because she was using, like, the laboratories unauthorized.
But then, wait for it, guys. What does she do? She decides to team up with a villain to steal the money to make her suit. But she's the hero, don't you know? I want to mention what happens in the comics. I don't know if you guys know. So in the comics, Raven mentions already that literally Riri Williams makes Iron Man's armor. How she does it is she literally reverse engineers the armor on a dare. It is literally mentioned in passing in an Iron Man comic, and Tony references it. So she literally steals it, reverse engineers it, and makes it. So she doesn't even make her own armor. She steals the designs from somebody else, steals the stuff to make it, and wait, in the comics, when she gets caught for doing it, MIT goes, we're sorry. We didn't realize how brilliant you are.
At least live action had them say, you're not the only genius at MIT.
I love that they cut out the part where we got the leaked audio where she literally says that she's going to build something like he did, but better.
Yeah, that's actually what was said.
That's right, guys. She's going to make it better than Tony. Yep, you heard it here. It's exactly what it is. And in the comics, not only does Riri defeat Dr. Doom and take over Latveria for a period of time, but she also steals the Mandarin's rings. And we're just supposed to love this character.
No!
And the fact they're literally canceling this Armor Wars. I have told people for the longest period that the reason they hadn't released Ironheart was because they were trying to find any way they could to literally can it because it was so bad. Armor Wars, they were not going to do. They are now changing it because of what they did with Secret Invasion because, spoiler for anybody who hasn't watched Secret Invasion and actually wants to, Rhodey turns out to be a Skrull.
Since Civil War.
So literally when Tony's dying, the Rhodey you see there isn't Rhodey. It's another Rhodey. It's a Skrull. So when his best friend is saying that, trying to say goodbye to him, it's not him, it's a Skrull.
Yeah, which totally ruins everything.
They're not only not going forward with this, they've decided to take this and redo it. They're going to put it out and wait for it 2028 after Secret Wars, because then they can bring back Iron Man. However, they've clarified, and again, keep in mind, this is all a rumor. We don't have actual evidence to say for certain this is true, but the rumor is they're going to wait till after that and they're going to rewrite Armor Wars so that it's completely different from the comics. Now, why, honey, would they have to make Armor Wars different from the comics?
Because Tony Stark is dead.
Exactly. Armor Wars is literally about Tony going and finding out that villains and certain heroes have appropriated his technology, and he creates a device called a neutralization pack, and he goes around and neutralizes all of his technology. But how can he do that
if he's dead? And, I mean, he'd have to, though, because this girl right here already stole his tech. Riri's a terrible character, they ruined Rhodey, and Tony Stark is dead.
Don't worry, honey. I'm sure they won't do the very obvious thing that they're probably going to do. Do you want to know what they did in the comics, honey?
Yeah, after Tony died, they made him a Jarvis for Riri.
Yes, they literally had a package get delivered to Riri after Tony dies, and she literally gets a thing that she can install into her armor that lets her see a holographic version of Tony, and literally Tony is her Jarvis. Iron Man is dead. You're bringing him back as Doctor Doom. Please get rid of this character. She's not a good character. She's not even a character.
And thanks.
And wait, I want to end off with this, guys. Apparently, I haven't found the exact scene, but someone told me that in Wakanda Forever, she has a throwaway line where she references how a teacher tried to tell her she couldn't be Iron Man.
She's the one who made the teacher say it!
No, but they said they were going to go a different direction, but that's referencing her original origin.
And in the movie, she's making the armor out of stolen car parts.
That is why I call this character, I always reference her as Iron Victim, because she is a victim. That is what she is. Her superpower is being a victim.
Yes, I agree.
And you know what? I'm not going to be a victim of your show. Thank you very much.
Nor am I.
Share with your crew, escape life's hell. From spooky memes to advice obscure, here's your dark solace of humor as a cure.